And again, it's trying to guarantee a shot on the bullseye for the match, or in this case, for the leg.
Yeah, it's different. It's a match-saving
32.
situation with your opponent on a
Jerome
very doable
required
109.
40.
What a guide. Double 10.
Game shot.
And it is 3-3. So Tian has got a very different challenge now.
A 110 to keep the match alive. Can he take a 108 to win it 4-3?
He's got a dart.
He
can't use it.
Kieran,
you can sense
20.
the nerves on the stage. They're walking around like nervous puppies.
And both for differing reasons.
Can Tian get that win? Double 5. And I think that's all about not getting a winning feeling yesterday.
28.
100%. That was more than on his mind. Double 7.
Game, shot.
And there's a man who does know how to win. So for the first time this week, we see somebody win from 3-0 down. He'll be thinking, it's just another day getting ready for this challenge and the future challenges over the next few weeks. Again, he looks really sharp at the start. And that is proof of it. If there was one thing that he couldn't do yesterday, it was that. It was a bull finish. And he's found it in the very first leg of his day.
I was just about to say, well, this is one area where he couldn't be overcritical, because when he was missing the ball, he was buckling the ball wire. But
why have I not been doing this all along?
Which is the norm now, isn't it?
It is. But I still don't believe 118-18's first is the right call. This is the right call, and he fancies it. Happy birthday, Raymond! It doesn't get any better than that. Great shot. First big fish of the week.
A lovely thing to do on your birthday. You won't forget this birthday, will he?
Raymond to throw first.
That's about as much of a celebration as you get from Raymond as well.
8. Raymond, you require 96.
Over the last couple of days that have gone low. And Raymond's going to get match darts.
Game, shot.
Oh, wow. That's so clinical.
Raymond Smith.
Just a really good performance once again. Slightly above what his running average was yesterday. But the Guru is just full of smiles on his birthday. It's trying to leave the outer ring at the end instead of the button in the middle.
Yeah, you don't want to keep leaving yourself the smallest target on the board.
No score. Adam, you require 84.
This could hurt.
It would be somewhat ironic considering it was this double that cost Ben Robb the win against Raymond Smith yesterday. And Adam's showing him exactly where it is. Chance. And Ben, who yesterday won by 4 legs to 2. He was behind in that match, but he could be in front. He's not pleased about that shot. But he's pleased with the result in the end. And he does hit the front once again. And I think he needs this because Robb is on a match shot.
Imagine telling Leighton and Alan and Eric and Jockey and Cliff and Bob all back in the day.
Then you require 88.
131's Trouble 17, boys.
Well, no match shot on 88. That is an error.
39. Adam, you require 60.
I'd like to come back to that point, actually. If Adam was to hit this. That shouldn't be a bad single. He can actually use the underside of the flight as a marker.
Game
just
shot
like
on the
that.
6th leg. Adam Atkinson.
So maybe we can talk about the 131. Yeah, a little bit of Tommy Cooper there.
Just playing across the bed. Couldn't just throw the dart the same. You had to go side by side of the darts.
So it'll be fascinating if Adam gets the first bullseye on this combination as to
Adam, you require
where he could potentially get the next one. It is an if. Oh, well, the bullseye's covered. Doesn't matter. If he'd have got that 57, it would have been a really interesting third dart attempt.
49.
But Ben Robb
you require
couldn't
64.
get a match dart from 88. He definitely should here. And it's at tops.
24.
It's too safe.
Real safe dart, that
Adam, you require 83.
He's second guessing himself.
He was almost guarding against the pull.
Paul rhymes with ball. Well, he wants double 9.
Well, double 9 is found.
And the match.
And Ben Robb will remain on 8 points for his campaign. And Adam Atkinson will get within 4 of him with his second victory. And that will make him feel a heck of a lot better. It was
136.
Yeah, performance of the year is going to be a toughie.
Well, Van Tripe is starting to lose his cool a little bit. He's bust a 136. And Jeroen Meer, with little sympathy, goes in for the kill. And it's 3-0.
And he got the double break of throw. That was a 13 darter. He's averaging 96.
On in a second.
I don't think he'll be taking him out for dinner tonight. I don't think they'll find too many chicken shawarma places in Portsmouth.
Require 51.
For the match then. Oh, well, it's all happening here. That leaves 13. Double 4.
Game, shot,
very well fixed. And you can see that Van Tripe is not happy being bageled there. He's now 8-1 down to Mioch. But if we talk about the...
Adam, you require 64.
Break a throw for Atkinson. Double 8.
Game show on the third.
Very clinical.
Adam Atkinson.
Starting to get his act together on the outer ring, isn't he? That's one of Mark Webster's favourites. But it's a change of tactic this time for Adam Atkinson.
Game, shot,
and this time the tactic works. It was a little bit of a struggle for both players, but it is Adam Atkinson who picks up his there or thereabouts for so long. A wonderful, wonderful dart player. Who's yours?
Whitlock's mine, but only just because of the longevity thing. The World Cup win just tips it for me.
Yeah.
But I have a sneaky feeling that the way that a certain Damon Heta operates, or maybe even Raymond Smith, if he has got a good 10 years in him.
98.
I'm almost surprised that he missed that one. That was such 40. A great attempt.
Yeah, I was expecting that to be in.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Ben Robb.
That is back-to-back legs. It's a 16-dart hold.
Danny, you require 4. No score.
And he's getting everything given back 16. To him. Atkinson, who was only averaging 81.7.
Game, shots, and the match.
In a bit of a tiff.
Atkinson.
Atkinson makes it 4-0, and the gloom is with Danny. The glory is with Adam as he picks up another big win.
Becoming the best performance of the week so far. Double top.
42. Raymond
lost the line, but
78.
Almost jagged it anyway.
54 for 24.
Game shot on the fifth
Clinical
leg.
Again.
Raymond Smith.
He can't shake him off, can he?
No. It's one of my personal favourites.
I can't imagine anybody else having it now.
No, I know.
I bet he's watching, you know, having a practice, Andy Hamilton. If you are, Andy, get in touch. Maybe you'll approve of this 1-3-2, which will be a sword to the throat of Ben Robb.
89.
Right, just for a second there, I thought it was going to go the other side of that dart. But 72 for a big, big win. Done in some style.
Like a mini hacker there.
56.
Just to exhale before that match shot, but he's now missed 43. 2 darts in 2 legs. And Smith has got double 16 to take us the distance again.
Game shot
and that's where we're going.
Raymond Smith.
That's the all-important break back coming in 14 darts.
Bullseye finishes. Might need it to end this game.
1-2-4 in his opening match of the day. Can't replicate that. But not for the first time. Ben Robb returns for the win.
48.
I'll be fascinated to see his emotions if he hits this double top.
Game, shot,
it's there.
And the match.
He's the first person to defeat the Guru this week. A great tussle. They go all 7 legs for the second consecutive day. The stats are impressive.
You require 120.
On his side. Danny doesn't look like he's got a 142 in the locker. Atkinson got a 120. There's the treble.
I like the top left of the single here. Yeah, that'll do. Gives him plenty of room to go back to the right and look at the open bed, just like that.
Game shot on the
and
third
beautifully
leg.
crafted.
Adam Atkinson.
I'm going to give him an AA for that.
And don't be shocked to see this go in.
Oh, this is great.
Game
That is
shot on
incredible.
the second leg.
And that was
Raymond
on purpose.
Smith.
It's a
Drawing
night format as well. It does have a
127.
strange effect on some people.
Yeah, and 60% of the field qualify because it's 5 players and 3
Game
go
shot on the
through.
fourth
Wow.
leg. Jerome
That's a
Meehan.
12-darter and a bull finish of his own. And look at the reaction.
The bull is a magnet.
You called it.
Sounds like
Fifth
an
leg,
80s
it's
song,
Jerome to
doesn't it?
throw first. Game on.
With intelligence. And he's going to soak up the fact that he could be the
59.
first person
Raymond
to
Jurakias,
defeat Jeroen
32.
Mioch today.
Game,
And he is the
shot,
first man to
and the
do so with a
match.
brilliant
Raymond
13
Smith.
darter to finish the job. The stats were excellent. In fact, I believe, with his performance against Jeroen aside from yesterday,
Game shot on the
is
third leg.
3-0 up.
Kieran
And at this
Tian.
point, I suppose we have to mention that there was...
But the 4-0 this way round was something like 25-1.
180.
And some people just don't accept the possibility of beating or being beaten by 4 legs to 0.
Thing
41.
is, for Kieran now, because he's yet to pick up a win, being 3-0 will come with pressure. Where before, if he was on a winning streak, he'd be thinking about
180.
Well, I know what we're thinking about.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Kieran Tian being 3-0 up in his first game today and losing 4-3, but maybe we can take a little
96.
sidebar for a
Ben, you
few
require
seconds.
141.
Come on, Ben. Come on, Ben. Oh, so close. And that big, wide Kiwi smile brings a smile to all of our hearts, but he would have brought
109.
smiles to everybody had he hit that. Now it's about how his brain is turning about the fact that he knows he's got 3 darts to
80.
win his first
Kieran,
match
you
of the week.
require 32.
It will be an interesting celebration if he hits it. It's difficult,
Game,
but
shot,
it's there.
And, the match.
And he finally
Kieran
hits the back of the
Tian.
net. And he's greeted with a big smile from Ben Robb. Finally, Kieran Tian gets his first win of the week. But that does scupper Ben Robb a little bit.
Jerome, you
Talking of
require
festivities, you
47.
cooking the Christmas dinner this year?
Apparently.
Nice.
Game shot on the
That's a
third
beauty.
leg.
That's the
Jerome Meehan.
best leg we've seen. An 11-darter.
126.
Let me reinforce to you that Adam Atkinson has not lost today. Oh!
No score.
Wow, that one came out of the
Adam,
cannon
you
without
require 160.
the gunpowder that it...
You require
Well, 60
143.
bet, you can see maybe 20% of it. This is for the match. What a
Game,
way to do
shot,
it from
and
your
the
own
match.
Mioch.
Jerome
He missed
Meehan.
4 match starts in the previous leg, but he's the first person to defeat Double A today. A beautiful 1-4-3, one of the most tricky checkouts on the dartboard, and he takes it to go to 12 points.
Qualities of some of the
98.
finest
Danny, you require
throwers out there.
170.
Yeah, we can
past
talk about
and present.
the tangibles and the intangibles. I think that's a really good way of doing it.
61. Ben, you
And
require
by the end of the week, we
112.
will come up with the ultimate dart player.
And we're going to have to get some magazine cuttings out to see what they look like as well.
Game shot on the third leg.
What this looks like.
Ben Robb.
Here's a 2-1 lead for Ben Robb, and that's a break of throw. He's definitely figured this out. Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me to see Ben in the mid-90s.
180.
Not surprising to see him filling it up at the moment.
It's very surprising to see more than 2.5 180s in a match. That's what we've got. We've got 4 now.
It's been a rarity in this group.
Just going to remove some things from my shoes because my boots are full.
140.
He's filling his boots. What a leg this is. 140, 180, 140. That's the kind of leg you want to produce to win a match.
Is it going to happen again? He's going to lose with 100% doubles again versus the same opponent.
Here's your answer.
Game, shot,
and he does, and he produces an 11 darter. We waited a long time to do anything better than a 12. Well,
Kieran, you require 80.
If this doesn't go, well, in terms of averages, it's the kind of ones where you hope it does go.
Well, he's trying
70.
Something different. I admire that about Kieran T and trying something else.
Yeah, mix it up.
But ultimately, it may not be enough. And it isn't enough. It will be his first ton-plus average. And it is a very good one indeed. 103.66. And the doubles again, just... You want to set yourself a target from this number. Maybe something like a 2 darter would be nice.
174.
It doesn't get any better than that. Beautifully crafted.
I was just about to say, just like that. And then just like that.
180. You're only required 45.
Oh, now he knows he can't miss this.
Game
he has been really good in that corner of the board. I think he's starting to borrow a little nestle. If it hits the top off, it won't.
Ben, you
because of the nature
80.
of the tungsten.
In the shape of the darts as well.
That's another single for a match start at tops.
Game,
and he finishes his day with a very tidy 4-3 win against Jeroen Mioch, who had an excellent day. In fact, he's had the same sort of day as yesterday. He should be very proud of the 12 points he's amassed. But Ben Robb, who started the day in second position, is going to finish the day in second. Just having their breakfast. Where have you been? Oh, I've been for a run. Why? Because I need that time to exercise my mind and to get rid of my nervous energy. And they still make fun of me now about it. But it's what I needed. You need to find that for you. And Raymond Smith has obviously got a pretty good playbook because he's not doing anything wrong.
And there's nothing wrong with this either.
171.
What a reply to leave.
24.
36.
Slight change of hockey position. I like that.
I say the line of fire.
Raymond Smith.
When you're at your best, you very rarely get.
But at least he sensibly left the 170 just in case. First match start for Raymond Smith. Is the only one he needs. And he does better his final game average from yesterday. That was just destructive. He mimics what Ben Robb has done many times.
167.
And one of the greatest names in sports history as well in swimming. Ooh, a 167? Oh, it's a pooler! We've had a 170 today and a 167. And we're going the whole way with this one after that. What a glorious camera angle for that as well. To leave today with another defeat.
Absolutely. This could be the difference going into tomorrow and then into Group C with
Kieran, you require
a bit more
112.
Confidence. He's just taken out the 167. Can he take out the 112? There's the treble 20. And there is the double 16 and the finishing, which has been his Achilles heel over the past couple of days. He rights the wrong.
He looks like he would worry anybody right now.
Yeah. Looking at that table, do we already know who's going into what group at the end of tomorrow?
I knew you were going to ask that, but I really do think that...